Are you looking for an easy homemade chicken pot pie recipe that is full of vegetables, shredded chicken, and a creamy sauce? A chicken pot pie that is secretly healthy and so much fun to make with your family and friends. Hey there, I'm London Brazil from evolvingtable.com, where you'll learn how to make nourishing meals for your loved ones. And that healthy recipe today is for this easy homemade chicken pot pie. Recently, I had a few friends over and this question came up while we were chatting.
How do I snatch a man with cooking?
After scratching my head for what was probably a little bit too long, I finally realized that chicken pot pie that we were making for dinner was that dish. Not only is it impressive looking, but it's also full of delicious and cozy flavors that will make any guest, any family member, any potential suitor go back for seconds. So if you're ready to get to cooking, come on in and let's get started. We'll first start off by preheating the oven to 425 degrees. Before we totally dive into this chicken pot pie recipe, you'll want to make sure to prepare not just one, but 2 homemade pie crusts that fit a 9-inch pie plate. You can learn how to make my 4-ingredient homemade pie crust at the video up here. And if you're short on time, you can always buy 2 store-bought pie crust instead. Chicken isn't the only star of this pot pie show today. There's actually quite a few vegetables that go into making this recipe. The first set of vegetables is known as a Mirepoix, and it consists of carrots, onion, and celery. Finely chop ½ cup of celery, 1 small sweet onion, and 1 cup of carrots. Add 2 tablespoons of butter to a large skillet or Dutch oven, along with the celery, carrots, and onion. Sauté over medium heat for 7 to 8 minutes. Push vegetables to the side and add 2 cloves of crushed garlic. Continue sautéing for 1 minute. These next few steps happen kind of fast, so make sure you have your flour, your broth, and your milk measured and ready to go. Reduce heat to low and sift in ½ cup of flour. A gluten-free 1-to-1 blend was used here today. Stir flour into vegetables until it is well combined. Incrementally add in 1 1/4 cups of regular sodium chicken broth and 3/4 cup of almond or cashew milk. Stir well after each addition and wait until the sauce begins to thicken to add in the next amount. Once all of the liquid has been added, cook over medium-low heat, stirring occasionally for 3 to 4 minutes. Our sauce is at the right consistency, and now it's time to add in our seasoning ingredients. For this recipe, I like to use a combination of dried thyme, rosemary, and tarragon. Feel free to substitute one dried herb for the other, or change it up with some dried sage, basil, or oregano. Turn off the heat and stir in 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme, rosemary, and tarragon, ½ a teaspoon of salt to taste, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, along with 3/4 cup of frozen peas and 3/4 cup of frozen corn. Mix until well combined. The sauce is ready, and now it's time to start assembling our pot pie. You'll want to place one of those pie crusts in the bottom of a 9-inch pie plate. Add 3 to 3½ cups of shredded chicken along the bottom of the pie crust and pour in the vegetable sauce. Cover the chicken and vegetables with the second pie crust. Trim the excess pie crust with a sharp knife. Tuck in the edges of the pie dough. Squeeze the bottom pie crust to the top pie crust so the entire pot pie is sealed. Using both thumbs, push in 1-inch segments along the edge to create a fluted effect. Cut a vent hole in the top of the pie crust dough so steam can be released while baking. This last step is totally optional, but it will give your pot pie a super flaky crust and a beautiful golden color. We'll be making an egg wash with 1 large egg and 1 tablespoon of milk. Whisk until well combined. and brush the egg wash over the pie crust. Our chicken pot pie is ready to rock and roll. At this step, you can choose to refrigerate it for up to 24 hours if you have been preparing this ahead of time for dinner guests. Or you can pop it into your preheated 425-degree oven for 45 to 50 minutes. Make sure you place an extra pan underneath the pot pie to catch any drippings. You'll know the pot pie is done baking when the edges are golden brown. Our chicken pot pie is done baking, and doesn't it look absolutely stunning? But before we serve it up, we're gonna have to wait about 10 to 15 minutes. That was the longest 15 minutes of my life because I am so pumped to dig in and take a big ol' slice of this chicken pot pie. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, that is the best homemade chicken pot pie recipe. And wasn't it like kind of simple to make too? If you're trying to snatch a man, a woman, or maybe just impress some loved ones, I think you found the recipe here. It's got your name written all over it. If you liked what you saw here today, make sure you check out these other healthy chicken recipes. And don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up below. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another nourishing meal to serve your loved ones. See you again soon.